Well, hello and welcome back. We're just going to continue on with more Timberborn here. So after getting our water supply somewhat sorted out here, we're still working on going through this drought, which is a very long one, but hopefully we've got enough water there to survive. I want to see about getting some metal production going, which means I'm going to need to get a bit more industry here with, like, say, a workshop. So, throw a workshop down here, which is going to cost 120. Oh, which means we're going to need a couple more of that. And I'm going to keep that there just in case for when I actually change up the reservoir design, but we'll get rid of the path because there's something I want to do here. Just thinking. We've got plenty of cassavas here. I'm trying to think. More food. Easily dealt with via something here. How big can we go? So canola. There, do I have else? Could do that. Yeah, it's still lacking water up there, but that's fine. Ah, we're getting a dam built down here. Okay. Okay, because if I want to do soybeans, I'm also going to need canola. So how much is this? It's 9 by 10. Okay. I'm going to need some better way of going about this here. This is all my wood. Okay. Let's just see here. 7 times 13. I don't know. 81, 91, 91. Yes, go 7 by 13 for soybeans. We'll grab another. Farmhouse here. We'll have you prioritize the soybeans. We'll also get another farmhouse. I could do it over here if I get a platform built. We could get another farmhouse right over here. We'll put a platform there. We could then get another farmhouse here and set that up for canola. Which hopefully that'll be enough. Yeah. So that'll be for canola, that's fine, we'll have that. This is technically all within range, but that'll work out. And hopefully with those, we'll be able to get some more fermenters and other sources of food here. Because we need fermenters for this fermented soybeans, mushrooms will have to somewhere else, so that's fine. Okay. That's good. So, look, everything get built up here. And that's okay. Yeah, I definitely want this to be able to make this a bit easier to automate, but hey, so we'll have to work out. So canola's all planted, we're getting the soybeans all planted, we're waiting for everything else to get built up. So good. You're just waiting on the mangrove fruits, which are going to take 10 days to, yeah. Okay. It's good that I get that all done. Let's take a look at the metal. That's not growing quite anything. Just needs to get that done so we can get that. We've got plenty of science for that metal scavenging at the moment. And then once we have the gears, we can then get the smelt, which is going to take a lot of power. Almost an entire large power wheel just in and of itself. You know what? I could redo this. Not really up there. Okay. Oh. So construction going, we're still going good. Polars are fine. Okay. So we'll just come back when we do something here. Actually, something I probably should do here is I'll dismantle this fermenter. Go back to foods because we're going to need 2 of these. 1, 2 fermenters. Gives me a bit more space. We can bring the path down to here. Prioritize that one, which we're going to set to fermented carbs. We should have enough to be able to do that. So now we're just waiting for that to get built up. My builder's doing it at the moment. Building up. Okay. And then we'll have this one set to fermented soybeans, which will have this on a higher priority there. Got mangrove fruits. It's good. Cool. So come back when something interesting happens, or we need to do something here. Well, looks like I need to add some more water here because water level's going down a bit. So let's drop this down by almost a full layer, see how much that restores back here. I might also need to get a bit more in for the mangroves as well while I've got the chance. So let's bring this down to 0.85. Whole another level. Is that enough? I honestly don't know. Hey. Oh. That's not... Just let everything through there. That give enough to... No, it hasn't topped over. Okay. Bring this down by another half. Whoa! That flooded a bit more than I was expecting. Ah, that was too much water. I just wasted water there. Okay. Oh, we've got plenty of water in this, that's fine. But to top things up... Well, at least we've got more things going. Okay. So we've got ourselves a oil press and running now, which means we'll be able to get, well, fermented soybeans as well from all this canola oil and soybeans. So just gonna have to get someone else in there, and that will help out a little bit more providing fermented soybeans. But I'm probably going to need to want to increase the amount of, well, I'm giving my beavers here as well. for a scratcher. Or do I have everything? I have everything I need to be able to get metal beams. And what about for the sluices as well? 400. I need more science for the sluices. Okay. But yeah, we've run out of water. But we still got enough for at least these 5 days it's coming through, so we should be good. I can always pause certain things if I need more of them for other stuff. Each sluice is going to require what? 5? So 5, 10, 15, 20, 40 I'd want at least. Good work. So, metal. Okay, I'm just going to put this here for now. So that is doable. We'll grab that smelter. We'll need to get that running. Oh, we also need a spot to be able to put all these soybeans. So we'll change this out from that to fermented soybeans. With previous stock to be removed. Let's put these mangrove fruits up here. Okay, so now we've got a spot for fermented soybeans. We've got fermented cassavas and fermented soybeans. That is good. Oh, that filled up very fast. It's great. Now we're going to need more science. I'm probably going to get another breeding pod here because we need more beavers. So we'll get a third breeding pod going as well. We should have enough resources to be able to sustain 3 breeding pods throughout everything at the moment, so should be good. Just keep things going. Okay, so we're coming up to the end of the drought here, so we should have, and everything's looking fairly decent. We just ran out of water for the mangroves, so that's fine, but we should get more water coming in, which means other things I need to do. Hey, you pause the inventor, even though we need a bit more to be able to get this loose, but we're getting close there. Now just gotta wait for things to fill up. Especially our water reserves. Everything's already filled all the way up. Cool. It's good. We're waiting on other things. What are all my builders doing at the moment? I'm not sure exactly what they're doing, but it's working out. And nice. This dam has worked out to stop the bad tide from going over here. And also, if we get stairs, we also get another way over to that side. Cool. Oh, we have no builders. That's why. Can we get any builders? Because most of our people are being used elsewhere. Oh, there we go. Water's overflowing back into what, after here, filling up the river itself. And perfect. Oh, a bit of a backlog there, which is not unsurprising. And there we go. Plenty of water coming through here now. So I'm happy with how that's turning out. So what's next? Probably also just waiting for these beaver kits to finish growing up to get even more pops. But this looks good. Industry. We need all these constantly running. The lumber mill we don't really, because we've got enough in there. As the gears, we need gear producers. Oh, let's get things going. Waiting on the resources necessary for that there. Okay, so let's get some of that. Cool. So now we can get more focus on towards the metal. Okay, so we've got a bad tide coming in here. I was only 18 days. I've survived longer. So that's good. Got plenty of water to be able to survive everything, so we're in a pretty decent spot. I also need to start thinking about getting water for these guys. And thinking about other things as well. Okay, let's pause you. Get this higher priority. Do we have enough to be able to get this running? Yes, we're getting metal blocks being produced now, so that's good. Which means once we've got a bit more less water, I can actually start replacing some of these with sluices to actually better manage my water situation. And here's something I'm going to do here, just to make this a bit easier to deal with. If I mark those for demolition and get a couple of things here, set these up. Because we need what? 5 metal blocks for each sluice. I'm going to want a sluice here. Then you have a sluice there and there. We'll get more dams up here. Also, we get dams here. Oh, before we do that, we will pause that one because that gives them access still over to this here. So get that made. That's good. And it's just a matter of letting things run out here. Oh, I need to pause one of these deep water pumps. In fact, we'll pause both of them at the moment. That way we're not draining water. So that's good. That gets that done. Now get that done. Yeah, should have figured that something like that would happen. Oh, those soybeans are going to die. Oh, it's okay. Yeah, I might need to actually get a second sluice on top. We'll see. But let's just let things run out and come back if anything interesting happens during the bad tide. Okay, so we got through that bad tide without anything untoward happening, and we did get some sluice gates made up here for future expansion. So, for now, I am just going to raise this up, lower this down, and get some more water in here. Because once I've gone this front here, because I've also decided to expand this out one more so I can keep the reservoir and then just expand it out. So that once this is done, I can then just demolish all that is there currently. So it will expand out a little bit and it works out. So I'm just waiting for them to finish making everything, which is good. And we've got construction working out on here quite nicely. So that should be fine. Let's bring this down to 6.5. No. Bring that up to 8.5. Bring this down to 8. So the water should prefer going over this way, both there's a bit too much water backed up here, it should go that way. Eventually, I will replace these floodgates with sluices as well, so we can automate the redirection of the bad tide. But yeah, I'm going to do it this way at the moment until things settle down. Oh, that's a gatherer, not the woodworkers. Okay. Not too worried about you. We've got plenty. Yeah. So, come back either when the reservoir is being expanded or something interesting happens. Okay. So another bad tide's approaching. 3 days. It's not too bad. But it also is giving me time to get more of this done. Because I did this column done here. So I decided to just delete that to reclaim some of the wood to make it a bit quicker to build up the next one. Like what just happened here. So I'm just going to do that, come through, demolish buildings from the very base here, remove that, adds a bit more water storage here. Things might get a bit weird. Water might get a bit weird, but hey, that works out. And we're getting closer and closer. So hopefully I can get this done before the bad tide comes, but I doubt it's going to be an ongoing construction project throughout the bad tide as well. Says that. Yeah, looking pretty good. Okay, the bad tide arrived, and nothing's happened so far. Okay, I want to try something here. Because we only got the last two columns there to be filled up. So, the thing I want to try is we go to here. Remove these ones here. Hopefully not too much water is lost from that as well. And I should go a bit there. But, I want to go through. Grab a sluice here. Which doesn't want to be plonked because of all this here. Oh no, because of something else. Because of those mangroves. Okay. Let's put this back. Put a sluice here. With levee on top. It's either that or the other option is we go through, remove these here. Oh, it's too far from district path. Of course it is. Of course it is. You remove that. That one shouldn't be too far. I might need to actually just do something else here. Plonk that down there, get that built up so we can remove those three. Hopefully the stairs can be built very quickly. Mind you, we've got a lot of time before anything else happens, so should be good. Get that built up. And they can start removing these mangrove trees, which I don't care about the resources from it. So, remove those. Can we just remove that? Go over here. Sluice gets placed down here. Check. Close above downstream. I probably also want to replace these with levees instead of a dam, but we'll worry about that. Close above downstream depth of 0.6. Can always add more water in later if I want to, but that will stop too much water from going down there. I'm going to want to set these up to be prioritized, be made. I've got enough metal blocks to be able to do that. It's good. We've still got 8 more to go up here. And there'll be quite a lot of resources we're going to recover from that. So we do that. Come back over here. Throw another levee in on top. And by prioritizing the construction of those, prioritize the construction of this levee. And this should work out. I'm not doing anything here because I'd probably be wasting water if I try to manually do it, because, yeah. I've done that before, I think. With how things have turned out. But this should work out a bit nicer. another levy. Get this one done. Yeah, they're getting close. Oh, we're out of fermented soybeans because we're out of oil. Okay, let's redo that because we've got the soybeans, but we're just lacking the canola oil. Okay, that's done. One more levy here. Might also put another levy there, just to make it look a bit nice. Oh, water's all dried up here. Which is to be expected with 3 off, 4 off from getting all this done, so prioritize that. These should allow me to survive until we get all this done here. I must have enough. And if I was to lower it down, yeah, we might be able to get enough here. Okay, that's done. Can we move the logs from here? Got logs there and got logs and planks here. One more levy. Okay. Cool. So everything should be ready to be able to do this here. So remove this. Can demolish these buildings. 300 odd. Demolish those buildings. What I want to do, just so we can move things a bit closer, is this. I'm not actually going to build that up, but that allows me to move all those resources into big old stacks there. Cool. See what happens. Perfect. And the water just lets itself through. And these ones let it through and keep the same amount in there. Whoa! That let too much water through. That should be closed. That should be... Was it this? Okay, not too big a deal, but that did let water through down here, which is not what I was after. Oh, well, does happen. But we've got 4 days, so it should be fine. So if we pause this here, yeah, that went all the way. That drained my reservoir, which should have been filled up. Annoying. But it is what it is. Can I actually remove? Wait, no, because I don't have the metal blocks. I've only got what? 8 metal blocks. I'm going to need 15 metal blocks to be able to let that all through. So resume you, pause you, get some more metal blocks being made up. How much scrap metal do we have? 20. That should be enough to get us all the metal blocks we need. I probably will get enough to be able to do this, so let's remove those. We'll grab some sluices in here. Oop, don't need this one here. We'll set this up. Close below contamination 5%. Synchronize. Don't care about the downstream depth, just let it through. You can do that. plonk that up to here. And it's good. Okay, and that will allow me to start getting everything working here. As the builder's going... Oh, yeah, so no time. So let that run. We don't even need this small industrial pile, so we'll remove that. Allow that ooze to be removed as well. Oh, we've got beavers without jobs. Okay. Enable everything again. Am I going to be out of power to be able to provide everything here? Yes. Simple enough. We'll just get another large power wheel here. So throw that down there. Power shaft. Connect up a road here. And be enough for everyone to work there. Oh, unpause these inventors because, yeah, this is where the third one came through. So we've got 33 going there, so it's good. Oh, our berries are starting to get down, so we need to get this gatherer flag up and running. Cool. And we're just gonna wait for these sluices to be done. And once a bad tide is over, we can replace these floodgates with more sluices. So we made it through another bad tide with a bit of a issue there, but we should be good if we... Well, I should have enough to be able to do this. How much metal blocks? Oh, I don't have enough. Okay. Let's do that. Close below contamination. Perfect. Fill up our reservoir, which then should fill this back up, and then we can see why we lost all of our water there. Okay, I don't think I need to be close up downstream. Why is that going all the way up? That filled it all the way up to the max. Downstream depth 1.98. That shouldn't have filled that all the way up. That's a bit too full for my liking, but oh. Because I can still bring these sluices up another couple of blocks there. That did not go what I want. So open. I think I need to set up a different way because it's not working, because I really do need the reservoir. Something else to go for there, but got a bit of an idea for what I can do to improve my water situation here. So how much do we have? 620. I could get a single one. Okay, let's remove that one there. And we'll just see what we can do here. Let's get rid of this floodgate. We'll go through, place a sluice here. Which will allow me to say, hey, close above contamination 5%. Close above downstream depth of 10.8. I almost have enough. Okay, let's get this other one going as well. We can just place them in, it should still work out. I'm wondering what happens if I just seal this off. might be a bit, because then I'd have to get to max or across. Oh, I've got a bad tide approaching, so that's not too bad. 3 days. No good stock. Hopefully that's enough to make 5 metal blocks here. So we'll do this, go over here, bang, throw another sluice in there. I don't know if we're going to get this done in time, but we'll see. Looks like we might. Yeah, we definitely will. Okay, so that's not too big a deal. Oh, I need to have these deep water pumps going to be able to make sure we have plenty of water coming in, because I forgot to re-enable them. So for 3 days we haven't done anything, and this is very short one. But we do have plenty of water in our reservoir, so we should be safe here. So waiting on the last metal block, which we should be getting here. Close above contamination 5%. So if I seal this off, we'll just build up pressure, and yeah, that should work. I wouldn't have to worry about it overflowing. Cool. That should work. How much science do I have? Yeah, let's seal this up. Because now I've got all these, we can get overhang and the impermeable floor. So, let's see about that. Simplest way is to get some triple platforms here. I could put it metal platforms 3x3 here, which costs 30. I don't have enough for that. 2x1 overhangs would work there. And I'd probably want to set up a bunch of platforms along here. Of varying lengths. I need to clear a few things up here. Okay. So fun, let's get a path up here. And we will say, just remove these resources here, we'll remove those resources, makes it a bit easier. Remove this path. And then we can just build levees all the way across here and eventually on top. So, come back if, well, anything interesting happens, because it should be to get through this bad tide. Okay, so we survived another bad tide here. And yeah, water's getting very low there. But that's fine. We'll have it just being refilled here. And I've also been setting up, well, what I want to do to be able to seal off, well, set up the way to be able to seal off the water source so I can actually have another interesting way I want to go about this. So, what I want to do, I've got overhangs all the way along here. I have enough to do that. I'll have overhangs all the way along here and overhangs all along there, which looks like it's not going to do anything at the moment. But the thing after that is, if I get impermeable floor, I can throw that, unlock that, and throw that all along here. And that should be able to seal off that water source here. And so then I can turn these onto just being automated to be able to do what I'm after. that should be, well, how it works out. Let's go wait for them to finish constructing it. And they'll still hold some more water. I wonder. There's probably other ways I can go about doing a few things here, but this will work out. So that is... Okay, we've got plenty of wood. Our resources are looking fine. We might need to drop down the amount of beavers we have, because the amount I've got is not I won't be able to survive any longer droughts or whatnot with the amount of water I'm storing here. I need to increase it, which this is a very small amount, which I could probably increase it by that, but worry about that later. So that will work out. So let's just come back once more things have been built up. Okay, so we've got the entirety of the water source sealed off now. Took a few droughts to get through at the end of the last drought, but we've got all the platforms and, well, all the overhangs as well with the impermeable floors on top. So at the end of this drought, we should see this filling up. We're just surviving, which is fun. I'm going to have to expand my reservoir a bit more, or even get even more water being stored. It won't be too hard, so I'm not pumping as much up during the drought or other times. That's fine though. But with all this metal, it did help out to do this. Just want to see how this runs here. It takes 0.6 days, half a day left. Plenty of planks, got plenty of logs, so you're in a fairly decent spot here. At least we didn't entirely run out of water yet, so there's that. And I'm happy that's turned out. Okay. I could get a bit more. Not sure on type up. See about that. Let's just go down a couple of layers and we can see the water run in a couple of moments here. Start of the day. There we go. Drought's ended. We've got cycle 20 here, so that's good. So it'll take a bit because I need to actually fill this up entirely, but we should see things start working out quite nicely here. There we go, that's filling up the reservoir again. And of course that restocks everything else as well. Cool. So that closes when there's some amount of depth and there's above contamination. This one open, it closes below contamination, so that's filled up. Yeah, I'm probably going to want to swap out some of these stairs or do something else eventually, but for now, works very well. Actually, it wouldn't be too hard for me to add another layer in, but I wouldn't be able to have to change the sluice. Oh, so these sluices should be closed now. Yep, which means the water's filling up here. That's good. So yep, the water's sealed, so shouldn't have any issues there whatsoever. So I think this is probably a good spot to call it the end of the episode here. So I'll call it the end of the episode here, so you can comment, like, subscribe down below. Really helps out with YouTube discovery and whatnot and that. Thank you all for watching. Catch you all next time.